This is a letter. The government mails one to almost every working American once a year. On it, there is a number, what your retirement is supposed to be. For a man we'll call Mike, the number is $2,071 a month. There is a second number. The same government calculated it in the same year in a different report. It does not print it next to the first one, and this year, that second number moved closer. Ask 10 people about Social Security, and you'll hear two answers. The first, it'll always be there. My parents got it. I will too. The second, the opposite. It's going broke, and by the time I retire, there'll be nothing left. Here's the strange part. Both are wrong. The truth is a third thing, and it's specific. Social Security is not a vault with your name on it. It's a flow. The taxes taken from today's workers go almost straight back out to today's retirees. For decades, more came in than went out, and the surplus piled up in a reserve. That reserve is what everyone calls the trust fund, and it is running down. Since 2010, the math flipped. Social Security has paid out more than it takes in from taxes alone, and it's been draining the reserve to cover the gap. The reserve that pays retirees has a projected end date. In this year's report, that date is the fourth quarter of 2032. Here is what that date actually means. It does not mean checks stop. It means that after the reserve is gone, only the incoming taxes are left to pay benefits. And that covers about 78 cents of every dollar promised. 78%. The other 22% simply isn't there. No vote, no new law, an automatic cut written into the arithmetic. Now put Mike's number back on the table. $2,071 a month. The average retired worker's check in 2026. Take 22% off it, and you remove $456 every month. $5,467 a year, gone from a check that was already the whole income for millions of people. Mike is not special here. The same cut lands on roughly 70 million people, paid for by 185 million workers. And the reason the date keeps creeping closer isn't a scandal. It's demographics. Fewer workers are coming in behind a wave of retirees leaving. The flow that funds the system is thinning at the source. Two changes in 2025 nudged the date earlier still. One was a tax law that reduced the money flowing into the fund. The other was a benefits law that increased what the fund has to pay out. More going out, less coming in, and the end date moved up by a quarter. Read across the last several reports, and the line only points one way: sooner. There is one honest footnote. The retirement fund and the disability fund are separate by law. If Congress voted to merge them, the combined math buys a little time. Depletion in 2034 instead of 2032. Paying 83 cents instead of 78. Better. But notice, even the rosy version is still a cut, still on a clock. So why isn't it fixed? Because every fix is unpopular. To close the gap, you raise the taxes coming in, or lower the benefits going out, or both. And no one wants to be the Congress that does it. The deadline is just far enough away that this year's lawmakers can always hand it to the next year's. That's not an accident. That's the design. And the word itself does the hiding. Trust fund sounds like a vault, like savings with your name on it. It was never that. It's an accounting line for a flow that has to be refilled every single year by the workers underneath you. When the word and the machine don't match, the gap is where the surprise lives. Let's be fair about what this is and isn't. Social Security is not a lie, and it is not about to vanish. Through every projection, it keeps paying 78.83 cents on the dollar, funded by the next generation, the way it always was. What you weren't shown is the rest of the letter, that the number printed as your benefit and the number the system can currently fund are two different numbers. The gap between those two numbers has a date on it, 2032. Not the end of Social Security. The end of pretending the promise and the funding are the same thing. So here's the one number worth finding tonight. Your own estimate on your own statement, and the one they never print beside it.